자, 11월 24일 목요일 모닝 헤드라인스 뉴스캐스터 레이와 함께 시작합니다.
The OECD has cut its growth forecast for South Korea for 2023 to 1.8%, lower than its previous projection of 2.2% in September.
경제협력개발기구 OECD는 우리나라의 내년 경제성장률 전망치를 지난 9월 제시했던 2.2%보다 낮은 1.8%로 하향 조정했습니다.
Plastic bags will be banned at convenience stores across the nation starting today, while the use of disposable cups and plastic straws will be prohibited at restaurants, all with a one-year grace period.
오늘부터 전국 편의점에서 비닐봉지 사용이 그리고 식당에서는 일회용 컵과 플라스틱 빨대 사용이 금지됩니다. 단 시민 혼란과 불편 최소화를 위해 1년 동안의 계도 기간이 적용됩니다.
The defense chiefs of the U.S. and China held a bilateral meeting in Cambodia on Tuesday, with the U.S. pushing China to fully enforce UN Security Council resolutions against North Korea, and China once again drawing a red line on the Taiwan issue.
지난 화요일 미국과 중국의 국방장관이 캄보디아에서 양자회담을 가졌습니다. 이 자리에서 미국은 대북 유엔 안보리 결의안을 철저하게 이행할 것을 중국에 촉구했고 중국은 다시금 대만 문제에 분명히 선을 그었습니다.
China's COVID cases are reportedly surging toward record highs, with its monthly count climbing to more than 280,000, and authorities saying it's the worst they've seen in 3 years.
최근 중국의 코로나19 재확산세가 기록적인 것으로 알려졌습니다. 이달 누적 신규 감염자가 28만 명 이상으로 증가하면서 중국 방역당국은 지금이 3년 만에 가장 심각한 상황이라고 밝혔습니다.
Saudi Arabia announced a snap public holiday on Wednesday to mark the national team's stunning 2-1 upset over Lionel Messi's Argentina at the World Cup.
카타르 월드컵에서 사우디아라비아가 리오넬 메시가 이끄는 아르헨티나를 2대1로 꺾는 대이변을 일으켰습니다. 이를 기념하기 위해 사우디는 23일을 임시 공휴일로 선포했습니다. And those are today's headlines. Morning Headline Expressions. Headline expressions 살펴보겠습니다. The first one was previous projection.
So previous means last. It happened before, just before. And a projection, when we're talking about for economic growth, that type of thing, it's a forecast, an expectation.
The previous projection. 이전 전망치. And the projection for economic growth for next year here in Korea, the projection has gone down.
Right.
We'll have to wait and see what actually happens. But back in September, they said 2.2%, and now they're forecasting 1.8%. So the projection is going down.
Right. The last forecast was a little higher.
Yes. Last forecast, previous projection. Now, the second expression is grace period.
Grace period. Sometimes those were good when you're in university.
Yeah.
Some professors would let you hand in a report
Or an assignment later.
a little bit
Yeah.
late without making you, without docking you any points. So that would be a grace period. In this case, we're talking about the plastic bag issue, right? So this grace period, and different grace periods can last for different periods of time, depending on who's setting it. In this case, it's 1 year, and you won't have to pay any fines if you give plastic bags to customers within this year. After that, though,
There will be fines.
yes, they're saying up to 3 million won.
Yeah, and customers won't be able to ask for plastic bags. And I guess by then they'll have become used to it, so they won't ask for it, hopefully.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
People will figure out ways to bring their own bags.
Exactly. A grace period, 계도기간, 유예기간이라는 뜻입니다. The next one was to draw a line.
Draw a red line.
A red line.
Draw a red line,
Yes.
right. So this was, in particular, we hear this a lot when we're talking about China with the Taiwan issue. So a red line is something that if you break that or if you go against it, they cannot accept it, right? So that issue is non-negotiable. They'll never accept the idea of Taiwan becoming an independent country and admitting that it's not part of China.
Exactly. So you could kind of think of a red line visually.
Yes.
And they're saying, don't ever cross this line.
Don't ever cross this. This will, we are not even going to negotiate anything beyond this line. And we're not going to accept it either. That's the other thing.
네. 한계선이라고 부르기도 하고요. 레드라인이라고 그냥 외래어처럼 말하기도 하는데 이 선은 절대로 넘지 말아라 라고 하는 그런 선입니다. 중국이 대만에 관해서 미국이 내정 간섭하지 말아라. 이건 그냥 중국의 일이다. 절대 대만에 관해서는 어떠한 것도 용납하지 않겠다. 이런 느낌으로 it's a red, they drew a red line. 붉은 선, red line을 그었습니다. 한계선을 그었어요. The next expression was a monthly count.
A monthly count. How many of something happened in that month? So this we're talking about the monthly count for COVID cases in China. You can also have a weekly count or a daily count or a yearly count of something.
그렇죠? Daily count would be the number of cases for a particular day, a weekly count for that week, monthly count for the month. And in this case, we're looking at the month of November, and already about 280,000 cases for this month.
Right, it's one of the most they've seen in years.
Yeah. The last expression was upset. Not I'm upset, but
like Messi is.
Yeah.
Messi is upset.
He's very upset.
He's very upset because Saudi Arabia upset Argentina. So an upset in sports is when a big underdog, a team that no one expects to win, beats a heavy favorite.
Exactly. 스포츠에서 upset이라는 명사가 나오면은요, 이것은 바로 대이변, 역전승 이렇게 생각하시면 돼요. 아무도 기대하지 않았던 사우디아라비아가 아르헨티나를 상대로 무려 메시를 상대로 이렇게 이겼습니다. 얼마나 축제 분위기면은 임시 공휴일 snap public holiday까지 선포를 했겠어요. Apparently, that was the day after the match.
Yes.
And, the students at school, they were able to have the day off.
Well, they'd even given the university students the afternoon off of game
day.
Match day, so they could watch it. And like if Korea beats Uruguay tonight, it'll be called an upset, but it won't be as big of an upset as this.
I see. 자, 이렇게 헤드라인에 나온 표현들 리뷰해봤습니다. 모닝 헤드라인 익스프레션스는 오디오 어학당과 유튜브에서 무료로 다시 듣기 하실 수 있습니다.